All right, folks, riddle me this. What do a prince, an old man, and a corpse have in common? No, it's not the start of a bad joke. These are actually the key players in the incredible story of how one man went from living in the lap of luxury to becoming the Buddha, the awakened one. As the Buddha himself said, the mind is everything. What you think, you become. So, grab a cushion, cross your legs, and let's dive into the life of the Buddha and the mind-blowing events that transformed him from a sheltered prince to a spiritual superhero. Our story kicks off in Lumbini, Nepal, around the 5th or 6th century BCE. Prince Siddhartha Gautama was born into a life of privilege, thanks to his doting dad, King Suddhodana. The king was determined to keep his son from experiencing any kind of suffering, so he basically bubble-wrapped the prince's life with every luxury imaginable, shielding him from the realities of aging, illness, and death. But at the ripe old age of 29, Siddhartha decided it was time to pop that bubble and see what the real world had to offer. And boy, did he get a reality check. On his eye-opening adventures outside the palace, Siddhartha had a front-row seat to the harsh truths of life, known as the Four Sights. First, he met an elderly man, bent with age. Then, he saw a sick person, their body ravaged by disease. Next, he stumbled upon a corpse, a blunt reminder of life's impermanence. Finally, he encountered an ascetic, a wandering holy man who had renounced worldly possessions in search of spiritual truth. As the Buddha later reflected, the root of suffering is attachment. These experiences hit Siddhartha like a ton of karma, shattering his rose-tinted glasses and setting him on a quest to find a way out of suffering. Faced with these hard truths, Siddhartha made a decision that would make even the most adventurous of us think twice. At 29, he left behind his plush palace, his gorgeous wife, and his adorable baby boy, to become a wandering monk on a mission to unlock the secrets of the universe. Talk about a midlife crisis. For the next 6 years, Siddhartha threw himself into the world of extreme asceticism. He sought out the most renowned spiritual teachers of his time, hoping to find the key to liberation. First, he studied with Alara Kalama, a master of meditation who taught him how to reach deep states of concentration known as the sphere of nothingness. But even in these profound meditative states, Siddhartha realized that true freedom from suffering eluded him. Next, he apprenticed with Uddaka Ramaputta, who guided him to an even more refined level of meditation called the sphere of neither perception nor non-perception. This was a state of such subtlety that it was hard to even describe. Yet, despite mastering these advanced techniques, Siddhartha still felt a gnawing sense that he had not reached the end of the path. Frustrated but determined, Siddhartha left these teachers and set out on his own, pushing himself to the brink of starvation and subjecting himself to intense physical hardships. As he would later teach, to enjoy good health, to bring true happiness to one's family, to bring peace to all, one must first discipline and control one's own mind. At his lowest point, Siddhartha was a mere shadow of his former self. He had pushed himself to the very edge of human endurance. But still, the answers he sought eluded him. It was in this moment of utter desolation that a memory from his childhood surfaced. A memory of naturally falling into a state of deep meditation. As he recalled the peace and clarity he had experienced, a profound realization dawned on him. The path to enlightenment was not to be found in the extremes of indulgence or deprivation, but in the middle way, a balanced approach that avoided both excess and asceticism. With this understanding, Siddhartha mustered his last ounce of strength and set out to find a quiet place to meditate, determined to give his quest for truth one final chance. For 49 days and nights, Siddhartha sat beneath the Bodhi tree, locked in an intense battle of the mind. He faced down Mara, the demon of illusion and desire, and met each of his attacks with the shield of mindfulness and the sword of wisdom. On the 49th day, as the morning star appeared in the sky, Siddhartha finally attained complete and perfect enlightenment, becoming the Buddha, the awakened one. His mind was liberated from the shackles of suffering, his heart filled with boundless compassion for all beings. And that, my friends, was just the beginning. For the next 45 years, the Buddha traveled far and wide, sharing his teachings on the path to liberation with anyone who would listen. He taught the Four Noble Truths, the essence of his wisdom, that life is suffering, that suffering arises from attachment, that it's possible to end suffering, and that the path to freedom is the eightfold path of right understanding, thought, speech, action, livelihood, effort, mindfulness, and concentration. He championed the middle way, encouraging his followers to find balance and avoid extremes, and he created a community of monks and nuns, the Sangha, to carry on his teachings after he was gone. As the Buddha famously said, "Thousands of candles can be lighted from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened. Happiness never decreases by being shared." Now you might be thinking, wait a minute, Matt. Was Siddhartha Gautama the only Buddha? Great question. The short answer is no. But the full story is a bit more complex. You see, the word Buddha means awakened one, and it refers to anyone who has attained full enlightenment and broken free from the cycle of rebirth. Buddhist scriptures tell us that there have been many Buddhas in the past, and that there will be many more in the future. In fact, Buddhists believe that a future Buddha named Maitreya will appear when Siddhartha Gautama's teachings have faded from memory. And in Mahayana Buddhism, there's even a whole path dedicated to becoming a Buddha, called the Bodhisattva path. But why is Siddhartha Gautama the most famous Buddha? Well, it's because his life story and teachings have been the most well-preserved and widely spread. He's the one who set the wheel of Dharma in motion for our current age, and his insights have profoundly influenced the lives of countless people over the centuries. But hey, the tale of past and future Buddhas is a story for another day. We'll be diving into that mind-bending topic in a future video, so make sure to stay tuned and hit that subscribe button to join us on that journey. For now, just remember that while Siddhartha Gautama may be the most well-known Buddha, he's part of a much larger tapestry of awakened beings. His story is a powerful reminder that each of us has the potential to awaken to our true nature and find lasting freedom. And who knows, maybe one day, countless eons from now, you and I might just become Buddhas ourselves. You know, folks, learning about the Buddha's life and teachings has had a profound impact on my own journey. There was a time in my life when I felt like I was stuck in a rut, chasing after one fleeting pleasure after another, but never feeling truly fulfilled. It was like I was on a hamster wheel of stress and dissatisfaction, and I didn't know how to get off. But then I stumbled upon the Buddha's story, and it was like a light bulb went off in my head. His message of finding balance, letting go of attachments, and cultivating mindfulness resonated with me on a deep level. I started incorporating meditation into my daily routine, and slowly but surely, I began to feel a shift in my perspective. Instead of constantly grasping for more, I learned to appreciate the simple joys in life. I became more present in my relationships, more compassionate towards myself and others, and more resilient in the face of challenges. And while I'm still a work in progress, I can honestly say that the Buddha's teachings have helped me find a greater sense of peace, purpose, and happiness. In fact, this channel, Buddha's Wisdom, was born out of my own transformative experience with the Buddha's teachings. My good friend Peter and I both felt so inspired by the Dharma that we wanted to share it with as many people as possible. We knew that there were countless others out there who, like us, were searching for a deeper sense of meaning and connection in their lives. So we decided to create this channel as a way to spread the Buddha's timeless wisdom in a way that's both entertaining and accessible. Our hope is that, through our videos, we can help spark a similar journey of awakening in our viewers and create a community of like-minded seekers who can support and inspire each other along the way. So, my wise friends, if you're feeling stuck, lost, or unfulfilled, know that you're not alone. The Buddha's teachings have the power to transform lives, just as they've transformed mine and Peter's. And we're here to walk that path with you, every step of the way. I encourage you to explore the Buddha's story and teachings for yourself. Dive into our videos, meditate with us, and share your own insights and experiences in the comments. Together, we can create a ripple effect of wisdom and compassion that extends far beyond our individual lives. And if you want to be a part of this growing community of seekers, be sure to hit that subscribe button and join us on this epic adventure of awakening. Trust me, your future self will thank you. So until next time, my friends, stay curious, stay compassionate, and keep walking the path to liberation. And remember, as the Buddha said, with our thoughts, we make the world. Let's make it a world of wisdom, love, and endless possibility.